Hello, welcome back to yet another special session of the two-day National Skill and Entrepreneurship Innovation Conclave. And here we have a very special guest, a very eminent personality from the higher education sector in India. We have with us Mr. Professor Sudhir K. Jain, Director, IIT Gandhinagar. We welcome Professor Jain. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mr. Goswami, for the
And
opportunity.
yeah, so without taking much of your time, I'll just request you to kindly uh, give a special address on how IIT Gandhinagar is helping in building the entrepreneurial mindset, areas for cooperation and collaborating for skilling. Over to you, Professor Sudhir Jain.
All right. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Very delighted to be having this opportunity to share the story of IIT Gandhinagar, what we have been up to. Some of you may know, but let me complete that. Anyway, we are a second generation IIT. We were created in 2008 and we are already 12 years old. We will be 13 soon. And we started with a premise that being a second generation IIT, we must do better than the first generation IITs. And the logic was that just as every father, every mother wants the child to do better than they did, we, the academic leadership in the country would like the new institutions to learn from the older generation of institutions and improve upon them. I myself had taught at IIT Kanpur for 25 years before I came to IIT Gandhinagar, and I came with a mindset that I have all the learnings of IIT Kanpur, I have all the learnings of the first generation IITs, I have all the advantages of the brand name of the old IITs, and therefore here is an opportunity to do better than that. Just like my father did better than his father, and I assume my father thought that I was doing better than he did. So that is what we started out thinking about, the aspiration of IIT Gandhinagar doing better than the old IIT system. So we first decided what is it that we would like to be like. And we said we will be known for three things. One, students first. The entire thinking at IIT Gandhinagar is that we exist for the students, and therefore students should be the center of all our decision making. Center of gravity of the entire institution should be moving towards the students. So students first. That was one most important thinking that we had. The second one was that we would like to be known for research that makes a difference, that makes an impact. There is a research which is getting published in journals, which is getting citations and all that stuff. That is very good. We want that to happen, but that is not enough. We don't want taxpayers' money in running a very, very elite institution like IIT Gandhinagar to be going only for publishing papers. We want the society to improve. We want the common man's life to improve as a result of the research that IIT Gandhinagar does. And the third key idea that we had was that we want to be part of the solution for a very complex socio-economic situation that our country is in, where a lot of people are underprivileged, don't have enough food to eat, or don't have good shelter, or don't have good health care opportunities, don't have good educational opportunities. Now, it is in that context that the taxpayer is spending significant amount of money on running an institution like IIT Gandhinagar. And we would like to be paying back that contribution to the taxpayer by being useful to the society. So the third bullet was, or third item was, that we want to be very socially conscientious set of people. So it is in this context that when we look at the students, what is it that we do to students to make them entrepreneurial in their mindset? When I came here in 2009 as the director, and I was asked, what is it that you are looking at your students for, what your students will be getting prepared for? And I said, I'm looking for my students to be either pursuing Saraswati or Lakshmi. Saraswati by doing a PhD and becoming a professor and teaching students and preparing future generations. That is Saraswati. Or they become entrepreneurs and therefore they are pursuing Lakshmi. And I'm very proud to say that we have had fairly good amount of success in pushing our students into either entrepreneurship or into higher education. In the best universities in India, outside India, our students have gone to do PhD at Princeton, at Harvard, at MIT, at Stanford, whatever, good universities. So how do we handle these students? How do we create a entrepreneurial mindset? And that is really the main question. So I would say, before you can do the entrepreneurial mindset of the students, the institute administration, institute faculty, they also have to have an entrepreneurial mindset. Now, to me, entrepreneurial mindset is not only about creating a company and making profit out of it, but entrepreneurial mindset to me is solving problems, is working on a real life situation and coming out with a solution that will meet your expectations. If, as a head of the institution, you find that your toilets in the hostels are not clean, and that problem is not one-time problem, it is a continuous problem, it is problem coming recurringly, repeatedly, you better solve that problem. If you cannot solve that problem as a head of the institution, I would say you are not being a very entrepreneurial institution, and therefore your students may not be as entrepreneurial. If you are finding that your students are complaining about food in the mess in the hostel and you're not able to solve that problem, there is a problem. If your faculty is unhappy that their procurements of equipment or chemicals are taking more time than what is fair and reasonable, you better solve that problem. So I would say the first and the basic step of creating an entrepreneurial mindset in the students is for we, the institutional heads, institutional faculty, to also have an entrepreneurial mindset of solving problems. The students look up to us. The students learn from us. The students are very intelligent. They may or may not say it. They may or may not complain about it, but they notice everything that we do. They notice everything that we are part of. And therefore, that is the very, very first step. The second thing that I think is very, very important in entrepreneurial mindset is to start treating the students as adults very early. In IIT Gandhinagar, the rule is that when the young student at the age of 17, 18, sometimes even 16, joins us as a BTech student, in my first day, first speech, I address the students and their parents, and I tell them that I will treat all of you from today onwards as young adults. I will let you take decisions and I will hold you accountable for your decisions. To my mind, the first major bottleneck in our young people in becoming entrepreneurs is that they are being spoon-fed too long. The parents are taking decisions for them, the teachers are taking decisions for them, and then when they get a job, the bosses are taking decisions for them. They don't learn to take good decisions. They don't learn to make mistakes. So at IIT Gandhinagar, we, for example, would not like faculty to tell students why you are not coming to the class, because they are adults and they must decide if they want to come to the class. If they don't want to come to the class, they might not learn. If they don't learn, they might fail. If they fail too many courses, they might have to leave. All of that is part of the growing up process. All of that is part of the young adult behavior kind of thing. So that is very, very important for us. Whether it is hostile behavior, whether it is academic thing, we just let students be and let them, we trust them. We encourage them to take right decisions. We are always there to support them. We are always there to take care of difficulties that might come in the process. So that is the second thing that we started to do way back in 2011 is that when the first time the students come, we don't start the classes right away. We wait for 5 weeks before we start the classes. And for 5 weeks, we give our students a foundation program where we focus on 5 key areas that we think that young Indian students should be very good at. It starts with physical fitness and sports. So twice a day, morning 6:30, evening 6 o'clock, the students have to be in the playground and doing physical activity. The creativity, the second item is creativity, music, dance, theater, kite making, painting, whatever it is, the students tend to ignore the finer things of life, and we are very particular that those 5 weeks are spent on those kind of things. The third thing is the teamwork and leadership, communication, teamwork, leadership. How do you work with the team? Because the students come based on individual performance. If you do well in mathematics, you get admission, but you don't care if your other classmates are doing well in mathematics or not. But in life, you will not grow if you are not a good team player. So that is the third bullet for us. The fourth bullet is the values and ethics. You cannot succeed in entrepreneurship, or for that matter in any area, if your values are questionable. And the final fifth item is on societal concerns. The sensitivity towards the poor man, sensitivity towards the underprivileged sections. So that is a 5-week, you can call it a boot camp we run for the students, and it is a life transforming. It makes them think, it makes them stand on their own feet, it makes them learn to take decisions, it makes them good team players. So that is one very, very important thing that we do. The other thing that we do is what we call as the Explorer Fellowship. We let the students, we encourage them to apply for Explorer Fellowship, and if they are selected, we give them 38,000 rupees. And for 42 days, they have to travel the length and breadth of India, the South India, the North India, the Northeastern India. They have to cover the entire country over 42 days, traveling ordinary second class, not air-conditioned train, in summer. And they have to manage all of their expenditures, travel, food, lodging, everything in 38,000 rupees. They have to keep accounts of their expenditures, and they have to do this in a team of 2, 3, or 4 students. And this is a life-transforming experience for the students. They just gain so much confidence, but they also gain so much perspective. They get sense of what India is like. They get a sense of what India's common people are traveling in train like. They get a sense of what kind of food you can get for 40 rupees, a full meal. They get a sense of how you can live in a cheap dharmshala for a very low money, or how you will sleep on a railway platform just to be able to save one night of lodging expenses. So there are a large number of things that we do of this kind, where we are able to give the students the confidence, we are able to give them the perspective, and we are able to make them aspire for being a change maker. It is not important to my mind that every student is becoming an entrepreneur in the strict entrepreneur definition sense, that they start a company, they make money out of it. But to me, every student can be entrepreneurial in their mindset, where they are solving problems, whether they work in the government, whether they work in the corporates, whether they have their own startup, or they work in the social sector. And that is what we feel is our responsibility, that our students must succeed by being change makers, by making a difference to the society. Now, whatever I have described to you, I can continue to describe many, many more things. For example, the way we do our teaching of classes, the way we make them do things by their hand. So we call it learning by doing, where they learn by doing things, not just by theory. We give them research problems. We let them work with professors inside India, outside India. In summer, almost 40% of our undergraduates would travel outside India, fully paid internships.
Right.
Very, very rare. So these are the kind of things. These are some of the things that we do. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Professor Sudhir Jain, Director IIT Gandhinagar, for giving a complete different perspective of what we think of what we wanted to hear, but we actually talk from the practical way of things, and how the pragmatic approach being undertaken by IIT Gandhinagar for inculcating some certain values, certain ethos to the students, so that they don't not only become the entrepreneurs, but also they become the change maker, and they are here out of IIT Gandhinagar as a person who can be known as a problem solver. He can be working in the government sector, he can be working in the technology sector, corporate sector, social sector. He might be playing the role of a teacher. But end of the day, anyone who's passing out of IIT Gandhinagar is passing out with the entrepreneurial zeal to become the change maker, to have an impact the society. Thank you so much, Mr. Sudhir Jain, for
Thank
your
you.
special address in this very important conclave. And we'll be hearing more of you in the next session in the panel discussion on the role of IITs in imbibing entrepreneurial zeal to young minds. That's a panel discussion. So thank you so much again, Professor Jain, for joining us for this special address. Do join us for the next panel discussion, which will start in next 2 minutes. Thank you so much.